I feel you. You've been praying, you've been working, you've been waiting. Nothing seems to be happening. Nothing seems to be moving. I need you to hear this. God does not move slow. He never does. He moves suddenly. And usually the breakthrough shows up the moment you're about to quit. That's exactly what we're going to get into in this episode of Sit Down with Abe. Let's get into it. Let me give you a real example. Think about the story of Lazarus. Mary and Martha, for those who don't know, watched their brother die. And God didn't show up right away. He waited. He took his time. God took his time. In their eyes, it seemed like God just abandoned them and God was never going to show up. To them, it seemed like the breakthrough was never coming. To them, it seemed like God just left them for death. But the thing they didn't realize is the delay was not neglected. It was a setup. Because when God moved, God did not only heal Lazarus, he raised him from the dead. If Jesus had showed up when they wanted for him to show up, to them it would have been a regular healing. But because he waited, it became a resurrection. So exactly for this story, the delay was not God being slow. It was God making room for something bigger that they were asking for. So here's one thing I want you to understand. Silence from God is not the same as absence from God. So just because you don't see any movement does not mean nothing is happening behind the scenes. For those who are not aware, a lot of the biggest moves happens in the waiting room. And it's things that you don't see. What feels like delayed to you is oftentimes just God assembling the right pieces so that he can release a bigger blessing and open a bigger door for you. For example, as I mentioned in my previous video, you having to let go of relationships or you having to let go of certain things in life and you're asking yourself, why did that happen? Not knowing there's a bigger blessing and a bigger door that's opening for you. And the thing is, that's exactly what makes it so powerful, because when God moves, he moves suddenly and he moves big. God is Almighty God. It can go from one phone call to changing your whole life. It can go from one business opportunity to changing your whole life. It can go from one connection that you do meet on the street, just walking by, that can change your whole life. It's really as simple as that. One door can just open up for you randomly and just change your whole life. One phone call, one morning shift. So much things can happen. God moves in ways that you might not be seeing, and you're asking yourself, why, not knowing God's assembling the pieces so that he can open a bigger door and a bigger blessing for you. And trust me, it's not really coincidence. That's just how God moves. God likes to test his people. God likes to test people and see, okay, yeah, are you going to abandon? Are you going to quit the moment that hardship comes your way? That's the whole point of God. God is there to test you, but God's also there to be a protector, and God's also there to listen to you. And that's the nature of how breakthroughs happen. It's a slow buildup, but it's a sudden release. It's a sudden shift in your life that you're going to just ask yourself, like, damn, how am I in this room when I was just over there? It doesn't make sense, but that's how God works. If you're only watching for gradual progress, meaning if every single step you're taking, you're asking yourself, okay, yeah, I just took this step. Why am I not here, X, Y, and Z? You're going to miss the shift. You're not actually watching what's currently happening in your day and current moment. Because if you're only thinking about, okay, yeah, I just did this today, so I'm expecting this tomorrow, you're not realizing the fact that you took this step right here is building the stones. It's like you're building a house. You can't build a house in one day expecting it to be fully furnished, fully done. It's brick by brick. So the more bricks you put on top of each other, it's going to stack up and eventually build a house. But if you're expecting to put one brick there on the floor and then expecting a house to just pop up, that's not how life works. But if you're in the moment, you're putting brick by brick by brick, by the end of it, you're going to realize, damn, like I put so many bricks to the point where I end up building a house. And that's how God works. God brings you through seasons, God brings you through phases where you gradually go through things and you learn certain things. And even though it might seem like a loss, it might seem like an L, there's always a lesson behind every action that went positive or negative. And that's the brick that's building you to become who you need to become. But here's the sad part about life. People often quit right before the breakthrough comes. People mistake waiting for a sign that it's not coming. People think just because, oh, it's not there in the current moment, it's never going to come. But that's not how God works. That's not how the universe works. So whenever people quit, they settle, or they will usually walk away right before that door opens. So if you feel like you've been waiting for so long, praying with no answer, working without any results, what I personally want you to do is hold on a bit longer. Not because I'm telling you to be patient, but because when moves start to happen, everything starts to happen. And it's so funny about life, because it's a snowball effect. One thing starts happening, then it snowballs into it being a bigger thing, and then it's going to impact your life in a way where it's just like, damn, like I didn't know I could move that fast, but you're not realizing that's just God. So here's what I want you to do with this. Whether you've been praying for it, working on it, or waiting on it, what I want you to do is I want you to keep showing up every single day as if you already know it's coming. Because if you're acting as if you know what's coming, it's going to have to come. That's how the law of attraction works. And I'm going to make a video on that. If you act as if you know what's coming, it's going to come. Whether it comes today, tomorrow, a week from now, a month from now, a year from now. It all comes down to you trusting in God, knowing that, okay, yeah, God is not abandoning you. God's going to bring you where he promised to bring you. That's why God in the Bible says, ask and you shall receive. What your heart desires, you're going to get it. If you desire that, you're going to get it. If you ask God and tell him, can I get that? You're going to get that. And you know what's so funny about life is, before you even ask God for a specific thing, God already knows that you need that. Because God's an all-seeing God. He's the creator of earth and the universe. God's an all-seeing God. Before you even ask him for that job, he knows you need that job. Before you ask him for that car, he knows you need that car. But there's certain things in your life he has to change around before he gives that car to you. And that's just how life is. So what I want you to do is, I want you to keep faith. Don't abandon God. Make sure you show up every single day, because if you expect God to show up for you, you have to be able to show up for him. Talk to God. Explain to him what you need, and he's going to give it to you. He's going to deliver it to you. God's an all-seeing God, and he's a righteous God. And whether you believe in God or you don't, I want you to understand, you don't have to believe in God to have faith in yourself. God works in different ways. But nevertheless, even if you don't believe in God, you still need to have faith in yourself that, okay, yeah, like the better days are coming. The way you're living right now is not the way you're going to forever live. I've seen people transform their life in the span of days, weeks, months. So even if you don't believe in God, I still want you to understand, have faith in yourself and have faith that whatever you're working on is going to progress and it's going to work. Let me tell you something about God, and let me tell you something about the universe. God rewards those who don't quit through hardship. Because if you're able to go through hardship, God knows, okay, yeah, I'm able to trust this person right here. For example, if you have money, but you're always doing some degenerate stuff with it, where you know you're not actually keeping the money, and you're asking God for money, God is going to wait until you get sure that your finances are right, in terms of you're able to budget, you're able to save, you're able to use what you have in a positive, impactful way before he gives you the type of money you want. And that's just how life works, not just how God works. Nevertheless, that's going to be it for today's video. But before I let you go, drop a comment and tell me, what's one thing that you've been praying to God that it feels like he hasn't heard you, or it feels like he has not given to you yet? I want to hear about it in the comments. And if you don't want to do it in the comments, just send me DMs, because a lot of you guys are sending me DMs about your thoughts and about things that you guys do. Like, DM me personally, or drop in a comment down below one thing that you've been praying for and you've been telling God, I need this, and he hasn't really gave it to you yet. So what I want you to do is, I want you to keep praying over those things and hold yourself accountable. If you want to start a business, you know there's certain things that you have to do in order for you to be running a business optimized and fully fit. So I want you to pray over the fact that you're doing those things. I want you to keep faith, knowing that those things are coming and better days are coming. Nevertheless, if you guys did enjoy this video, I want you to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Send this to one person that you feel that could hear this and that they could use this to impact their life in a positive way. Nevertheless, it's abeoasis signing out. I love you guys. I'm gonna see you guys next video. Bye.